Hi. Do you remember this guy? I made him a few months ago, and he lives on my wall. And one day, my grandma came to our home and she saw this one. And she said that she would like to have her own bug to hang on the wall. So today, I will be making my grandma potato beetle, which in Polish is stonka ziemniaczana. But I would like to give it a little twist, and you will see what it is if you stick to the end of this video. I can hear an eagle. He came for my chickens. Go away, devil! Go away! Leave my chickens alone! Okay, so let's go crafting. So I made some sketches of this creature, so I don't have to look at the reference photos all the time. And I made simple base out of aluminum foil, which I didn't record because I just didn't. That's why. But now I made one big blob of foam clay by mixing all of those small bags of foam clay for children. Something is wrong with my light again, and I cannot figure out what it is. Electronics are always crazy with me. I think it's something with my primitive energy. Maybe you will hit that subscribe button and give me some thumbs up so I can upgrade my workshop. So I covered the abdomen first. Foam clay is not the best clay to get smooth surfaces, but I am aware of that. I chose this clay because it's very light. And I made some stripy texture to the wing covers, and I did spread silicone mat so that the clay wouldn't stick to my desk. Next, I covered headpiece with clay and I've sculpted a line that separates head from thorax, and I also made head a bit smaller. When the clay is still soft, I attached eyes and this upper mouth plate. I actually don't know the name of this part even in Polish. Maybe by now you can see that I made wing covers uneven and it's bothering me the whole time. I waited for the upper part to dry and made his belly. I couldn't find any photos of Potato Beetle's belly, so I am improvising. And I also made this plate to attach legs later. I will make legs out of wire, aluminum foil and a polymer clay. So first I am making wire base by posing 22cm wires and wrapping them with super thin wire. This will prevent clay from moving. At this point I was sick of a symmetrical shape of wings, so I removed the headpiece, hoping that I could attach it again at an angle and it would be a bit better, and it was a good choice. Now I can proceed with legs. I bulked up thighs and calves with aluminum foil. I want them to be chunky, but if I would make them with clay only, it would require a lot of clay and it would be very heavy. So aluminum foil it is. Then I covered thighs and calves with thin layer of clay, looking at my reference drawings. To make feet, I made a roll of clay and cut similar pieces. Then I just sculpted all the segments separately. At the end I made his tiny hook claws to grab on a big potato plant. And then I baked it all. Time for painting, I guess. First I made beige base color, then I made the same color a bit darker and painted the head. Then I've added some water and gave it a wash to make it more dimensional. I also painted legs with the same brown and made all the joints and ends black. I tried to blend brown and black edges and I made feet black. Next, I made brown stripes. I will make them black later, and I hope that this brown will create an edge around black stripes. I've added some shading on the head, painted eyes black, and then I realized that I forgot to make antennae and mandibles. I think that this is what they are called. So I made them out of wire and polymer clay, and the pieces are made the same way. I just rolled some clay, cut similar pieces, and started with one big piece as an antennae tip. I shaped it like a water drop, then I was just sticking small balls of clay onto the wire, moving it upwards and squeezing the end to make it narrow at the end. Then I was just sticking small balls of clay onto the wire, moving it upwards and squeezing the end so I will make it narrow. Then I've baked them and painted to match legs. So this part is done, now I can proceed with painting. I made stripes black and then I made markings on the thorax with darker brown. When this dried, I made them black. And at this point I realized that this color is nothing like a potato beetle. Real beetle's head is more red than this, more red than brown. So I've painted it again. And this color wasn't good either. So I made third color and it was good enough. I repainted the head, belly and legs. Paint is all dried and I can cover everything with glossy varnish, leaving the wing flaps not varnished. This is for my grandma, and I think she will like this beetle more if I add some patterns on it. But I don't want the pattern to be very vibrant. I want it to look natural, like it's possible for this creature to really exist. That's why I chose brown and red acrylic markers. I want the wings to be symmetrical, but I also want every stripe to be different. When markers dried, I covered it with varnish, and after this dried, I wanted to assemble it, but I realized that the joints between body and legs are too fragile. So I ripped off this bottom plate, removed foam clay as much as I could, and made this matching shape out of polymer clay. This will hold the legs much better. After securing legs, I glued this piece back with hot glue, and I am not worried that it will fall apart easily. This project is done and we can go to the final reveal.